The Etymology of Alphabet. Welcome, fellow explorers of language and history. Today, we're diving into the fascinating origin of a word that's at the very core of communication, alphabet. Have you ever wondered how these seemingly simple letters came to be? Let's uncover the rich history behind the word alphabet and the origins of the letters we use every day. Buckle up, because this journey through time is sure to surprise you. To begin, let's look at the word itself. Alphabet is more than just a series of letters we use to form words. It's a window into the past, a relic of ancient civilizations. Let's take a look at how this word came to be, the origins of the word alphabet. The word alphabet comes from the first two letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha and beta. In the ancient Greek language, these two letters were used to represent the beginning of the written system. And when combined, they came to symbolize the entire set of letters used in writing. Let's break this down. The word alphabet is derived from alpha and beta because they were the first two letters of the Greek alphabet. The Greek system was revolutionary because it was the first true alphabetic system, where each symbol or letter represented a sound rather than a concept or object. This was a major shift from the logographic systems used by the Egyptians and Sumerians. In essence, alphabet is a linguistic term built from the very first sounds that form the foundation of written language. But how did this system come about, and how did it spread? To understand the word alphabet, we need to take a journey back in time into the world of ancient writing systems. Let's explore the evolution of writing and see how these letters and their meanings developed from pictograms to symbols. Before alphabets, writing was far more complex, using pictograms or symbols that represent ideas or objects. The Egyptians, for example, used hieroglyphs, a system of intricate pictures used to convey everything from gods and kings to everyday items. Hieroglyphs were logograms, meaning they represented whole words or concepts. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians developed cuneiform, a wedge-shaped system carved into clay tablets, which also used pictographs but eventually evolved into abstract symbols. These early systems were efficient in their time but had limitations. As societies grew larger, they needed more efficient ways to record information, especially for trade, administration, and communication. It was in this context that the alphabet emerged. The Phoenicians, an ancient Semitic-speaking people who lived in the coastal areas of modern-day Lebanon, Syria, and Israel, were the first to develop a true alphabetic system around 1200 BCE. Unlike hieroglyphs or cuneiform, which used hundreds of symbols to represent ideas, the Phoenician alphabet had just 22 characters, each representing a consonant sound. This was a monumental leap forward. The Phoenicians' alphabet was designed to be simpler, more flexible, and easier to use. It spread across the Mediterranean through trade, and its impact would be felt for centuries to come. The Greek alphabet. Although the Phoenician alphabet was groundbreaking, it still had one major limitation: it lacked vowels. The Phoenicians, like other Semitic languages, didn't need vowels in their writing system because the vowels could be inferred from context. But when the Greeks encountered the Phoenician alphabet, they recognized the need to make their writing system more expressive by including vowels. By around the 8th century BC, the Greeks adopted the Phoenician script, but they made a critical modification. They adapted some of the Phoenician characters to represent vowel sounds. For example, the Phoenician letter Aleph became the Greek letter Alpha, and Beth became Beta. But with a twist, these letters were now used to represent vowel sounds like A and E. With the addition of vowels, the Greek alphabet became the first true alphabet in the modern sense. It wasn't just a set of symbols for consonants, it included the full range of sounds necessary for human speech, making it a more accurate reflection of the spoken language. The introduction of vowels was crucial for the development of written language. For the first time, a script could fully represent all the sounds of a language, not just parts of it. This innovation laid the foundation for the alphabets that would follow. Not only did the Greek alphabet change the way people wrote, but it also inspired other cultures. The Greeks used their alphabet for everything from philosophy to art, and it spread across Europe, influencing many other writing systems, including Latin, the Latin alphabet, and its global influence. By around the 6th century BC, the Romans, who spoke Latin, came into contact with the Greek alphabet. They adopted it and made several modifications to suit their own language. In the Latin alphabet, the letters C and K were used to represent the same sound, but over time, C became the dominant character. The letter Y was retained for certain Greek words but became largely obsolete in Latin. The Latin alphabet was initially used for Latin inscriptions, and as the Roman Empire expanded, so did the Latin language and, by extension, the Latin alphabet. By the time of the Roman Empire's peak, Latin was spoken across much of Europe, and the Latin alphabet became the dominant writing system in the West. It was used for everything from official documents to religious texts, and it became the script of the Christian Church, which helped further cement its influence. Even after the fall of the Roman Empire, the Latin alphabet continued to thrive. It underwent slight modifications over the centuries, but its core structure remained largely unchanged. With the rise of Christianity and the spread of the printing press in the 15th century, the Latin alphabet became even more widespread, the evolution of the English alphabet. Now, let's talk about the English alphabet. The English alphabet is a descendant of the Latin alphabet, but it didn't evolve directly from Latin. It was influenced by several languages, including Old Norse, French, and even Celtic languages, as well as Latin. In the early days of Old English, the language used a mix of Latin characters and additional letters, like the thorn and ETH, both of which represented sounds like and ed. As the English language evolved, the letters thorn and ETH were gradually phased out in favor of for the sound. Over time, English standardized its alphabet, and the 26-letter version we use today emerged. Interestingly, the English alphabet is a combination of the Latin script and adaptations for the English language's specific needs. It wasn't just a straightforward copying of the Latin alphabet, it was a blend of cultural influences and linguistic needs. The spread and standardization of the alphabet. As literacy rates increased in Europe, particularly after the invention of the printing press in the 15th century, the alphabet became more standardized. Printed books, newspapers, and documents began using a consistent form of the alphabet, which further solidified its importance in communication. The standardization of the alphabet was crucial for the development of modern education systems and the global spread of literacy. As the British Empire expanded and English became more widely spoken, so the word alphabet is far more than just a term for the letters we use every day. It's a symbol of human ingenuity and the evolution of communication. From the ancient Phoenicians and Greeks to the Romans and the spread of Latin, the alphabet we use today is the result of thousands of years of cultural exchange, adaptation, and innovation. As we've seen, alphabets are not confined to just one language or culture. They've evolved and adapted across the world. From the Greek alpha and beta to the Latin alphabet and its global impact, the journey of the alphabet is a testament to the power of human connection. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the fascinating story behind the word alphabet. I hope this exploration has given you a deeper appreciation for the letters that form the foundation of our written language. Remember, every word we write carries the echoes of centuries of history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into language, history, and culture. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep writing.